We have often heard about the concept of business plan, and business people use it all the time. It's a very important document in the workplace for companies and organizations to have business plan, to have a sense of where they're going. But most people really don't understand what the function of this plan is. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the function of the business plan and understand its importance in the workplace. It's really great importance in the workplace. First, we'll begin with the definition of the document, what it is. So now it says here, business plan is a formal statement, right? So let's take a look at this closely. A formal statement of the organization, of the company, of the corporation, of the agency, or whatever the case may be, of a set of business goals. So here you have business goals. Every organization has business goals. Every organization, every serious organization has business goals, where they want to be in the short term, 2 to 3 years. For example, they want to hire more staff. In the next 2 to 3 years, they want to increase their diversity of staff, say by 15% in the next 2 or 3 years. Those are set of goals. Or they want to reach a target, financial target in the next 2 or 3 years. Whatever the case may be, they are set of goals. So these are goals that are reasonable and achievable, right? And that's why this is important. You cannot have unmeasurable goals because you never realize when you have met those goals. All right, so believed, attainable, and the plan for reaching those goals, right? So again, you put in place a plan. So here you have goals. You have goals. Then you have a plan to reach those goals, right? And those goals must be measurable. You have to be able to measure those goals. Very important. You have to have a way to evaluate those goals and know when you have met those goals. Okay, so it says it may also contain background information about the organization, right? Again, very important, or the team attempting to reach those goals. So we need to know some information about the team. For example, who is on the team, what are their qualifications, their credentials, experiences they have, and so forth. With this particular, their roles, the roles they play, what experiences they have. Some background information about the organization, its existence, how long it's been in business, for example, is it a leader in the business, in the industry, etc. Those things are important as well. All right, so the definition of the business plan is very important for us to understand its functions. We have to understand why it's there. We have to understand its definition, its purpose. A business plan is a formal statement of a set of business goals. Let's take this again, because this is very important. Understanding the definition is key to understanding its function. A business plan is a formal statement, and it has to be formal because it's coming from an organization. It has to be put together, through a process of collaboration. It's not one person saying, well, this is our goal and this is what we intend to meet in the next 2 to 3 years. It's a collaboration of people in the organization, consulting with people in the organization, from the bottom to the top. It's very important. All right, so a formal statement of a set of business goals, the reason why they are believed to be attainable, and the plan for reaching those goals. Again, right, so we have the goals. We have measurable, right? Attainable, that's measurable. And we have a plan to reaching those goals. And then we have background. This is background information about the organization. Very important, right? Because you're not the only one seeing the business plan. This business plan goes far away beyond the organization. People see the business plan. Creditors see the business plan. Investors see the business plan. Customers see the business plan, suppliers, everyone sees the business plan. So they need to understand what this company is all about, the background of this organization, the background of the business that builds confidence in the organization. Now, it has 3 main functions, right? So the first one is fundraising. The business plan becomes the document for fundraising, right? It's designed to inspire confidence. Right, inspire confidence in investors, right? To inspire confidence in investors, in creditors, and customers, suppliers, the general public that are interested in that business, to say that, well, this company has a good plan, and they can invest, they can give loans, they can, partner with the business, right? It's a fundraising document. Businesses, especially small businesses, usually don't have credit, unlike the big businesses. And so the business plan becomes their credit. Because when companies and organizations and creditors look at the business plan, they say, well, these are credible plans. These are credible goals. We will partner with the business, right? So it becomes a fundraising document that creditors and others take a look at to say, this business is credible. We will, partner with it, etc. So it becomes a fundraising document, and that's why we were saying earlier it needs to have the goals of the organization, the plan to achieve those goals. It has to be measurable, and the background information of the company, in addition to other information, of course. So fundraising becomes a key function of the business plan, the document that inspires confidence in creditors and others, that will encourage them, motivate them to be part of the business, support the business, partner with the business, because they've seen the plan of the business, and that plan they believe is credible. The second function of the business plan is reflection and projection. Right? So what does that mean, really? This is very important function of business plan. Now, reflection, everyone reflects, individuals reflect, companies reflect, groups reflect. Reflection is part of, it's part of living for human beings, for individuals, and part of living for companies as well, because companies reflect to move forward. They reflect and take a look at what has happened in the past, what they've done well, what they haven't done well, and make adjustments and move forward. The business plan is a great platform for that. The business plan provides an opportunity for businesses, companies, organizations to reflect on their past mistakes and successes, to reflect on those, and to devise a way to move forward and say, well, we did this well, let's continue on this path. We didn't do this well, let's strategize and see how we can change that, right? So reflection becomes a key function of the business plan. As you are putting in place those goals and plans to achieve those goals, you are reflecting as a company. You are reflecting as an organization. You are reflecting as a business, right? And that reflection becomes so critical in moving forward, because you need to understand where you're successful and to build on that. And you need to understand where you failed and to avoid that and to learn from those mistakes. And that process comes from reflection. All right, so reflection and projection, right? So the business is able to project because the goals are futuristic, 2-3 years, right? So it's a 2-3, usually the business plan is a 2-3 year document. And so you're able to project the future in terms of staffing, in terms of contracts, in terms of ability to reach your customers, the demand for your products. You begin to project, and based on those projections, you can plan accordingly. You can plan accordingly what the economy is going to be like in the next 2-3 years. What are some of the indicators? What are some of the factors in the economy that may hinder our business or may support and promote our business? You have to take a look at all of that. You have to understand the lay of the land and the landscape, the business landscape. That is projection. And the business plan provides an opportunity for businesses to project. So they reflect on one hand and they project on the other hand. These are very great functions, and the business plan provides the opportunity for businesses to engage in these processes. And finally, getting the team on target. The business plan gets the team on target. Why is it important for the team to get on target? It's important because you need to have all hands on deck. You need to have all hands on deck. Everyone needs to be part of the business plan to move it forward, to support it within the division, within their areas, their units, and so forth, to market the business plan to staff, and everyone should be on board. It gets the team on target. And once the team is on target, you have the support of the organization. Management has the support of the organization to move the plan forward, knowing very well that the plan is for the benefit of all, that everyone agrees with the plan. And feedback has been sought, consultation has been had, and the plan has been put together, and the plan has the full support of the team of the organization. So the business plan then, once it's developed in draft format, is sent to the different departments, the different units in the organization, heads of units take a look at the plan, they put together, they bring together their unit, their staff, share the plan, they get feedback, they take the feedback to management, and the feedback is incorporated into the plan, and then you have a business plan that represents all interest and all views. And getting the team on target then means that it's a document that can be supported. It's a document that is legitimate, that represents the organization, and it's a document that is achievable and realistic. So the business plan is a very important document in the workplace. Every serious company must have a business plan. Otherwise, they will just collapse. They will not survive because they don't know where they are going. They have no plan, they have no future, and they don't have a way of moving forward. So the plan becomes a key document that directs businesses in the workplace, keeps them focused on their goal, on their objectives, and ensures that they meet those objectives and they're able to measure those objectives and they're able to compete and move forward in the workplace, in the business environment, in the industry. This is the business plan.